Man, I cannot hit these fairway metal clubs. So if that sounds familiar, if that looks familiar, you will want to watch this video. Hi there, this is Pat Gorman here in Madison, Wisconsin, and it is a steamy one today, near 90. It's actually still about 85 degrees at about 5 o'clock. I'm doing a special video for Ed, a little shout out. He's one of my subscribers, and he had a question regarding fairway metal clubs. So this one's for you, Ed. Now, before I get started, I want to just mention there's really three main issues that I see happening over and over with people that struggle with really mid-long irons and fairway metal clubs. One, very easy as the shaft gets longer and the loft is reduced, to just feel as though you have to do something extra and you have to raise up to try to lift the ball up. So we're losing posture. That would be one, very common. The second would be where we get a little too handsy in our takeaway. And I want to premise this with, if we're set up in good posture, you can see the tilt of the shaft. Well, to hit a good shot, and more importantly with these fairway metal clubs, I have to really make sure this shaft comes right back very close to that same tilt to sweep it off the turf. So if I get a takeaway where I'm very handsy and it's getting around me, and then I reroute and most people want to go at a ball, look how vertical the shaft is. That's not going to be good. Probably going to do some excavating. And then I would say lastly, with people that maybe a little limited with flexibility, where it's very easy to feel like you're getting a backswing, but again, we're using our hands and arms just way too much. We lift it up, club's going straight up in the air, and then we want to hit it a ball. So again, the shaft gets very vertical. So we have to stop that from happening. So the only way you can really know what you're doing is you have to see your local PGA professional and get some lessons to really get that nailed down. But here's a good simple way that you can work on just getting a feel for that basic picture. I want to sweep the ball off the turf. So I've got these two tees set up right here. And so I'm setting the club head up between those two tees. I want to feel like I'm in just nice, good athletic posture, slight bend in the knees, hips back, and my arms are hanging from my shoulders. So I want to just do some rehearsals nice and slowly and get the feeling as though my arms and the shaft are following my shoulders. And I want to bring the club back to where it is right now. So I'm going to go very slow. So I'm just starting together. I'm letting my arms follow my shoulder turn. My back feels to the target. So now I want to react to those tees, and I want to get the club right back to where I started. Okay, so we're not swinging through. We just want to do some rehearsals. Going from right here, feel the arms and the shaft follow your shoulders. Finish your backswing. Just feel like you get a good coil or back to target. And now unwind so you're coming right back to those tees. And just do that a number of times to feel how that would come back. And you have to feel especially how you're delivering the shaft from about halfway. You have to feel the shaft being delivered like this. So for most of you golfers, it's going to feel like the shaft is behind you or it's flatter versus this. You know, a lot of people add a ball, but you got to feel as though let the shaft, arms follow your turn. And then from here, now deliver it right back to where you started. You have to do a number of those rehearsals slowly to get that feeling. Now here's a fun way to take it to a bit of an extreme. And I want you to pretend, now this is a live fitting board. But I want you to imagine that was a big iPad. And the ball's sitting on there. I want to have the picture that I would sweep the ball off that glass. Well, if I have that picture, I certainly wouldn't be doing this. That's not going to be good. So if anything, over-exaggerate the feeling of how, again, the shaft, arms are following your shoulders, and the shaft right about here feels more behind you. You start your downswing, it's got to feel behind you or feel flatter, and then deliver it right to there. So now I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to swing what feels like 50% but a full swing, and my intention is to sweep it off that board. Now that was a good playable shot. Maybe I should hit more of those like that with the intention of an iPad under the ball. And I just want to sweep it off the surface. So again, the key here is we've got to go slow because we're working with a new feel. So you got to be very patient as you're working on that new feeling. But just do this drill where you're setting up a couple of tees, going slow, but the premium and the focus is on feeling the shaft in your arms. Follow your shoulders back. So the shaft's probably going to feel a little bit behind or flatter. It definitely has to feel flatter or behind as you are coming down to then deliver it back to where you started. So you have to do a number of those to get that feeling. And then just have some fun. You know, maybe tee the ball up just slightly, maybe a quarter inch, and say, okay, I just want to pick the ball off the tee. I want to sweep the ball off the tee. And then lower the tee a little bit more. So now I want to sweep it off the tee. So the goal is always I want to sweep the ball off the turf. I'm brushing blades. That's all I'm trying to do. Have some fun with that until that next golf shot. Enjoy the practice. Ed, hope you enjoyed it.